Dock Arena is the venue here, 40 miles from Detroit, and very much home territory for Bronco McKart, the 25-year-old who took this WBO light middleweight title when it was taken away from Paul Silky Jones of Sheffield. The challenger, Ronald Winky Wright, in the grey shorts. Both speedy southpaws this. McKart, the home man, right from St. Petersburg in Florida, with a record of 34 wins and just one defeat, and that was in his previous attempt to become a world champion against Julio Cesar Vasquez, when he was floored 6 times and did very well to hear the final bell on that occasion. But he's a boxer with some talent, this Ronald Wright, and he could make an argument of it with McKart, who has his back to at the moment, the defending champion.
Yes, this is a very good, even match. Both southpaws, both long, rangy, fast, clever fighters. So it's a good matchup here. It looks as if Wright is just getting the better of it at the start. He's trying to push McKart back, get McKart on the back foot.
Very speedy with that southpaw jab is Ronald Wright. If you're wondering why he has the nickname of Winky, well, apparently he's been called it since he was a baby, when he was apparently winking at the nurses in his cot. An apocryphal story, I'm sure, but that's what they've told us anyway.
But he's working very well here. The southpaw jab is very quick from Wright. He likes to force the fight behind that jab.
Good right hand there from Wright as well. And a body shot too. He does have blurringly fast hands. But McKart is known to have a fair bit of speed as well. 28 wins against 1 defeat for the champion Bronco McKart. His only defeat was against Clayton Williams on points in his 8th fight, and that was only over 4 rounds. Won this title, stopping the veteran Puerto Rican Santos Cardona in 9 rounds.
And McKart just falling short with his right hook there. He's got a good right hook to look out for, especially to the body, and he likes to whip it back to the head.
Rapier-like, that jab of Wright's. Somehow, and sometimes, there's criticism and a fair bit of yawning whenever you get 2 southpaws together, but there hasn't been any shortage of action in this first round, Glenn.
No, they started this round very well indeed. It's very sharp. You look as if they've done a lot of work with southpaws, and they're really mixing it up good here.
Well, I thought Wright did enough to take that opening round, Glenn.
Yes, he was getting off the quicker, the southpaw jab. I think his plan is to push McKart back, to take the fight, to keep him on the back foot, not really let him get set, and he managed that in the first round. I think that was a good first round for Wright.
We ain't coming out here giving up nothing. Be alert, keep them hands up, be smart. Back him up, go to him. Take that jab away.
McKart is managed by Jackie Callan, who used to guide the career of James Toney, but they had a very acrimonious split-up. But Toney and McKart are pretty good mates. Could have a battle on his hands here, though. Second round, due to go 12, of course. The light middleweight championship of the world, as recognized by the World Boxing Organization, is on the line here. The 11-stone division. Very much the kingpin in this division, I think everybody would be agreed, is Terry Norris, the WBC champion. And in fact, understand Wright has had a few offers to fight Norris, which have been turned down, according to Don King, anyway.
When you heard McKart's people there, they said they've recognized the fault there. You've got to take away his jab. They realize Wright has such a good, strong jab, and they want McKart now to start pushing forward. He has to try and upset the rhythm of Wright and try and stop that jab.
That's better from McKart. Good body punching. He's usually a pretty frenetic worker, Bronco McKart. Throws a lot of leather.
punches.
Good start to the contest here.
Yes, this is a very lively start. Certainly neither man really looking to feel the other one out. They're getting straight on with the job. Both leading with a jab, and Wright just getting the better of it.
McKart formerly held the WBC international title, and one of his defenses there was against the former world welterweight champion Aaron Davis, who he beat on points. A rather faded Aaron Davis, it has to be said, but a good name on his record. That's better from McKart, those body punches, trying to just sap the speed and strength of Ronald Wright, the man from Florida.
Yes, McKart's got to do that. He's got to work more. He's got to mix it more, because he can't allow Wright to get set with that jab.
Good right uppercut there from Wright. Absolutely packed out the arena. In fact, they had 1,000 people just watching the weigh-in. The whole McKart fan club, a lot of his family and friends have bought the tickets, and they expect to see him win here. But it doesn't look an easy job against this skillful man, Ronald Wright.
Yes, McKart has done better work in this round, but Wright again still beating him to the punch.
Terrific combination punching there from Wright. That's better from McKart, getting through with the left hand. Good fight so far, shapes up into a decent one. Elam there, who's on the comeback trail at the moment, the old world welterweight champion who beat Lloyd Hunnigan. Recently saw him, incidentally, at the Lennox Lewis training camp. Ronald Winky Wright, the challenger. In the grey trunks here, the champion Bronco McKart, the WBO light middleweight title fight. Looks very, very focused and up for the job. Wright, he's already lost once in a world title fight. He doesn't intend to make it two. Fancies his chances quite clearly and looks extremely businesslike.
Yes, he really looks as if he's focused into this fight. Looks very, very sharp, and he's really not giving McKart a chance to get his own jab off. He's just been double quick with his own jab, Wright. Definitely a very good start from Wright.
He doesn't throw too many other punches other than that southpaw jab, but it's a very, very good one. And he's covering up well those punches from McKart, cheered by the crowd, but they were catching the gloves of Wright. I'm sure Wright is thinking that coming into the Lions' den here, very much away from home, that he's going to have to make absolutely certain of it on the judges' scorecards, and preferably to do it by stoppage.
That's right. He knows the popularity of McKart, and I think he obviously feels that he's going right out from the opening bell to try and take this title away from McKart. But McKart certainly has a few answers there, coming back with a good combination.
Britain's Paul Jones was stripped of this title for refusing to defend it against Bronco McKart. Claimed he had an injury. The WBO didn't buy it.
But McKart's doing better now, because he's just starting to try and push Wright onto the back foot and nullify the jab a little bit. But he just needs to throw a few more punches himself.
.21 seconds to go in this, the third round. And Wright continues to look the sharper of the two in the opening exchanges here. McKart's throwing some solid punches, but in the main, he's being outworked and outspeeded by the challenger. Fourth round, WBO light middleweight championship. Hometown man Bronco McKart facing you in the white trunks, defending the title against Ronald Winky Wright from St. Petersburg on the coast of Florida. Had some good wins, Wright. Won the NABF North American Boxing Federation title against Tony Marshall, and defenses against Anthony Ivory and Andrew Council. Ivory, you might remember, beat Britain's Neville Brown.
Wright really relying on his speed here. He's just trying to throw a lot more punches. He's not really looking for the hard punch. We're just trying to throw a better quantity of punches.
Yes, it's a fever-pitched effort, this by Wright. Real intensity about him. Must be about 95% of his work with the southpaw jab.
Yes, right. Almost everything is with the lead punch, the right hand. He throws the jabs. Occasionally he switches it to an uppercut and a hook. But primarily he uses that jab, and a very fast and accurate jab it is. The right, he's been matched by McKart now. McKart just trying to put him on the back foot and match him for work rate.
He's not doing it though, is he?
No, he needs to do more. He needs to avoid the jab. He's just picking up too many jabs.
McKart throwing less jabs. His policy seems to be hooks to the body. Try to slow Wright down. Wright is handled by the Birmingham brothers, Don and Mike. They train him. They say his only weaknesses are pizza and girls. He's obviously still winking at the nurses.
But he's keeping up a very good work rate here, Wright. You feel that as it goes on, he must tire because he's throwing an awful lot of punches.
Just occasionally, McKart does get through with a decent punch, but really it's on a ratio of, I don't know, 4 or 5 to 1 it looks. Oh, good left hook by McKart there, though. Didn't Wright take it well.